Welcome guys. I've been playing with 4-finger claw for the long time, and this is my 4-finger claw of my 4-finger claw guide and tutorial. So today in this video, we will be going through these following topics that will help you to learn 4-finger claw. The first process is finding your optimal layout settings or the best layout controls for you. And the second process is about basic settings and the sensitivity settings. And the third process is about practicing and training, and lastly some tips and tricks to master the 4-finger claw. By the way, the 4-finger claw is the most popular claw, as it is used by many players. Anyway, I know most of you gonna copy-paste the layout, which is fine, but trust me, creating your own layout gives you a satisfaction and confidence that your layout is specifically designed for you. Even if you do copy other players' layout, it won't be perfect for you and your device. So I highly recommend to make your own layout instead of copy-pasting other players' layout. Anyway, the basic layout for 4-finger claw is very simple. Just drag your fire button onto the top left corner, and the scope button to the top right corner, example like this, and use your left and right index fingers to press those buttons. But wait, there are few people who places their fire button on the right side. It's totally normal. Some players prefers to use their fire button on left side, and the other players prefers it on right side. It's your personal preference. By the way, when placing the fire button, you need to make sure to use this specific fire button that is facing towards top right corner. Do not use thumb fire button, because the fire button which is facing towards top left corner will have a camera movement. Suppose if you move your finger on top of that button, it moves your aim, while the other one doesn't have any camera movement. But if you use it anyway, then your aim might mess up sometimes. So I highly recommend to use the fire button that is facing towards top right corner, not the top left one. Don't worry, you can still control recoil with your thumb fingers, as it won't be affected by using different fire buttons. And the next thing is about lean or peak buttons placement. Button like this, and I'll press those buttons with my thumb finger. I've been using this method from a really long time, so it works best for me. And now to the other controls. So I adjusted my jump, climb, crouch, prone, reload and other buttons in a way that I can easily reach them, but you can customize and place those buttons anywhere you want. It's totally up to you. And I seen a lot of players placing their grenade cancel option behind the scope like this. And when throwing grenade you can't use scope, so by placing your cancel button behind the scope you can save some space in your layout. And similarly, you can place the scope adjusting setting on the looting buttons, since scope adjusting button will only work when you scope in, and you can't loot while you're scoped in. So this would save you some space in your controls. If you're new to 4-finger claw, you only need to assign one job, or one button for your index fingers. If you assign more than one button, it's gonna be hard and confusing for you to learn. So I highly recommend to use only one button for each index fingers, because your thumb finger is capable of handling more tasks. For example, my thumb finger is capable of pressing peek, jump, climb, crouch and reload, and also weapon switch. Or basically everything in this area my thumb finger handles the work. The reason why you should assign more work for your thumb finger is because it's capable of doing it. Normally when you're using your phone, such as everyday tasks like Instagram, or texting etc., your thumb fingers will be doing most of the work, so the thumb fingers is already trained to press multiple buttons quickly. Whereas if you assign more than one button for your index finger, then you might accidentally press the wrong one. That's why you need to create flexibility for your index fingers, which can take weeks. Then you can add more controls later on. But if you're new to claw, only use one button for each index finger, to avoid confusion. But if you want to use index finger for jumping and crouching, then after few weeks of playing with 4-finger claw, your index fingers will be flexible enough to handle those extra buttons. And do a little bit of practicing after adding extra buttons to your index fingers. We will discuss remaining 2 process in upcoming video. Stay tuned, see you in another video guys. If you are new in my channel, please subscribe and like, enable bell button. Thanks for watching video.